Do you know our air-to-air missiles? Which one has the longest range? You don't really think that the J-10C, the famous Pili-15, is far enough away, right? Then you guess. Air-to-air missiles equipped with our 5th generation J-20. How far can the range be? No doubt, for fighter jets. The longer the range of an air-to-air missile, the larger the fighter's safety zone. Missile! Hundreds of kilometers away, you can kill the opponent half to death. The enemy hasn't seen what your plane looks like yet. You gave me a greeting gift. There is no empty fighter. That's like a toothless tiger. Scare people, okay. If you really start to fight, you can only stare blankly. Today, Shinge will bring all the leaders. Visit our 5 longest range air-to-air missiles. Here, Pili-15 is just a place in the middle of the earth. 5th place. Pili-12, don't look at the 5th place. PL-12 is a Chinese air-to-air missile. Pioneers and figures who ushered in a new era. As the first independently developed active radar guidance supermarket drama air-to-air missile. When Pili-12 debuted, the pilots were so excited. Finally bid farewell to the past and rely on the half-old, not new Soviet goods. The days of conquering the world. PL-12 was finalized and put into service in the mid-2000s. Give our military aircraft real post-launch management capacity. No more close combat to kill your opponent. The earliest PL-12 has a range of about 70 kilometers, and the early American AIM-120, Russia R-77, is the level. But we're not idle. Subsequent improvements to engines and electronic equipment. The latest improved model has a range of 100 more than kilometers. Comrades, what does it mean to upgrade from 70 kilometers to more than 100 kilometers? That's an increase of more than 50%. Don't underestimate these dozens of kilometers. In air combat, every extra kilometer, it may be decided that you are chasing. Are you being beaten or chased by others? PL-12 uses active radar seeker. A real supermarket drama. Fire and forget attack. This thing launches. I was in the air using the radar to look for targets. The pilots just fled or found another enemy. No delay at all. And he is also equipped with a 2-way data link recorder. Launch platform. Real-time communication between missiles. The trajectory can be corrected mid-course if necessary. Improve your hit rate. The maneuverability is also good. Maximum flight speed is about Mach 4. Can withstand 30 to 40 G during somersaults. Hunting down those who are playing excited targets is also not ambiguous. 4th place. Thunderbolt 15. It's the turn of Pili-15 to appear. We have to stand up and applaud. This long-range killer missile of the Chinese Air Force, once exposed, hailed as a game-changer. If we say that the previous generation of Thunderbolt 12 gave us additional, personalized end-to-end ability, the PL-15 is in the field of long-range air combat. Achieved a curve overtaking the West. He is the American, a fierce character who is always startled. Every former senior Air Force official admitted, the emergence of PL-15 threatens F-22. F-35 air superiority. How hardcore is Pili-15? Let's taste it carefully. Industry speculation. The range of the self-use version of PL-15 exceeds 200 kilometers. There is news that high speed at high altitude. Ideally, it can even reach 300 kilometers. This number is quite exaggerated. It is approaching some small ballistic missile level. Even if we use the conservative 200 kilometers, still beats the AIM-120, the longest range missile in active service in the United States. About 160 kilometers. About 150 kilometers from the European Meteor. even if it is export. The weakened version of Pili 1500 has a range of 145 km. Indian Air Force. The US and French missiles in their hands are far more. Located in Shecheng, this upward. Pili 15 crushed the pack. The West has been the leader in long-range air combat for 30 years. The first time I felt threatened. What other unique skills does Pili 15 have? Let's expand on this a little bit. Anti-interference. Thanks to the missile's built-in micro-AESA radar, there are nearly 200 TR modules and to data links, Beidou satellite navigation, and other technologies. PL-15 can fly and follow commands at the same time, correcting the trajectory along the way. The radar automatically captures the target in the final stage. Even if the enemy aircraft releases jammers or decoys, the Place-to-15 intelligence seeker is not easily fooled. There are reports that India spent $300 million and upgraded electronic jamming pod. The interference is ineffective against Pili 15. This is quite an arrogant skill. Figuratively speaking, Pili 15 is like a stunning and experienced hunter. Good hearing and good eyesight. Not only running fast, not easily fooled by the prey's tricks. Finally shot dead. What made Pili 15 even more famous was, this is the most recent actual combat. In the India-Pakistan air conflict in May 2025, there are reports that Pakistan Air Force's newcomer, the J-10C fighter jet, launched the PL-15 missile 160 kilometers away. A blind shot shot down an Indian Rafale fighter jet. You know, it is basically invisible to the naked eye at a distance of 160 kilometers. Completely dependent on early warning, aircraft guidance, and data link correction. He even knocked down his opponent. It is said that during this battle, the 8th Army's Thunderbolt 1.5 billion missile achieved an amazing record of 5 out of 5 shots. True or false? Anyway, Pakistan is very proud of itself. This battle was fought beautifully. Directly become a god in one battle. Those who once questioned China's weapons, all the voices that lack practical experience are slapped in the face. 3rd place. Thunderbolt 21. Honestly, it's a little bit mysterious to include it on the list. After all, this product is still a bit mysterious. Pili 21 is said to be a new generation of ultra-long-range air-to-air missiles. Why is it mysterious? Because it's rarely made public. His details all depends on various revelations from netizens and the media are pieced together. However, the rumors are quite explosive. Hearing this makes one's blood boil. According to online news, the maximum range of the Place-to-1 is about 300 kilometers. 300 kilometers is already very impressive. Someone gave an analogy. A plane launches over Beijing. Theoretically, it can reach Hebei and Shandong, the sky target at the junction. This is almost across half of northern China. PV-21. It is said that it was initially aimed at the European Meteor missile. That's the way it goes. That is, the use of ramjet technology, achieving sustained thrust flight. The advantage of ramjet is its long range. Flight interruption speed remains high, but the downside is that it requires an air intake. So the missile must have an air intake on its exterior. However, photos later leaked online showed China's ultra-long-range missile. Everyone guessed it was Pili 21. Boys are naked, neither bold nor inspirited. What does this mean? This means he didn't use a ramjet. It is likely that solid rocket propulsion was used, but the technology is more advanced. For example, it may use a newer high-thrust dual-pulse, rocket engines, etc. This also explains why do people sometimes compare it to the previous, mixed up during the Li period. At first I thought 21 would use stamping. It turns out that the actual test was a rocket engine model. In short, What kind of black technology did Pili-21 use to advance? Not sure yet. Seeker. It is conceivable that AESA is used on PL-15. Then the newer generation of PM-21 will definitely not be downgraded. It is estimated that it is still active radar guidance. It is also possible to add passive and infrared composite directors, improve late interception, reliability when targeting high-value targets. His combat position mainly attack the enemy's high-value air assets. For example, early warning aircraft, electronic warfare aircraft, fuel dispenser, etc. It is worth mentioning that there are rumors that PL-21 is an ultra-long-range missile. It may be specially prepared for the future 6th-generation aircraft. Second place. Thunderbolt period. If PL-15 makes the West nervous, Pili-21 makes people think about it. That Thunderbolt 17. It is the trump card murderous intention that has been exposed. As soon as he appeared, he was hailed as the nightmare of the early warning aircraft. One of the longest range air-to-air missiles in service worldwide. Let's not praise others first. The range alone is enough to stand out from the crowd. It is generally believed the effective range during the Pili period exceeded 400 kilometers. Some experts speculate that it may be between 300 to 500 kilometers. Take the median, about 400 kilometers. Recently, there has been even more shocking news on the internet. During the Thunderbolt period, it can deal with high-speed fighters and other targets. It can also shoot up to 500 kilometers, countering AWACS, large, slow-moving targets such as tankers. The maximum range is up to 1,000 kilometers. Once this number comes out, the netizens were stunned. Thousands of kilometers of empty space. Isn't this an interstate manhunt? Although the claim of 1,000 kilometers sounds incredible, but at least 400 kilometers is real. This is already far. It is superior to the US AIM-120 and the AIM-60 under development. It also surpassed Russia's claim. 300 kilometers or 37 air-to-air missile. It can be said that during the Pili period, the range scale of air combat was directly raised to a new height. According to reports, the first batch of Thunderbolt tier vehicles will be put into service in 2022 on the J-16 and J-20 fighters. It is conceivable in the future he will probably also be equipped with Su-35 improved version and other large fighters. Used as a door kicker, the positioning during the Pili period was very clear. It's designed specifically for hunting. Air support platform behind enemy lines. Those who command behind the battlefield. High-value targets supported. For example, a large tanker, early warning aircraft, electronic warfare aircraft, etc. These targets are usually large, weak mobility, but the flight altitude is high. The alert range is far from the opponent. The core of the air combat system. Once we can kill the enemy's early warning aircraft at a long distance, or command machine, the enemy's air power will be a cauldron, the blow of cutting wages. However, in the past, attack these air headquarters hiding in the rear. It's not easy, because they are often hundreds of kilometers away from the front line. Hundreds of kilometers. Ordinary air-to-air missiles can't reach it at all. That's why the Thunderbolt period. This ultra-long-range air-to-air missile came into being. First place. Hypersonic air-to-air missile. Finally reached the top position. This one's a bit mysterious, because he is still under high confidentiality. The exact number is unknown. This missile is said to be miraculous. According to foreign media reports, its maximum range is about 500 kilometers. There are even rumors that, after adopting some kind of hypersonic propulsion technology, range is expected to reach 1,000 kilometers. What is the concept of 500 kilometers? Roughly equivalent to the distance from Beijing to Wuhan, or from Hainan Island. can directly attack enemy aircraft over the South China Sea. If there really is such a missile, that's almost like a midtown ballistic missile. Hypersonic air-to-air missile. It is said to integrate many advanced technologies. First, it may use hypersonic vehicle technology, flying at speeds exceeding Mach 9, just a conservative estimate. Cruising at this speed, even the most distant targets can be reached in a few minutes. Also, he may also have the ability to change course mid-course. Unlike traditional missiles, the trajectory is fixed. This makes it harder to intercept or dodge. What's even more exaggerated is hypersonic air-to-air missile, most likely using a dual-mode composite seeker, equipped with a large phased array radar and Hongcheng phase sensor. This means even if the enemy aircraft tries to use infrared jammers or electronic jamming to deceive missiles, hypersonic air-to-air missile, both radar and infrared, perspective to identify the real person, relentless pursuit. Not only that, missiles may also integrate a new generation of high-speed communications and processors, have some independent decision-making and target recognition capabilities. It can be said that hypersonic air-to-air missiles, almost all the air-to-air missiles that can be thought of at present, black technology is used. The goal is only the ultimate form of future air combat. On the development progress of hypersonic air-to-air missiles, little is known, but there are reports that this missile has entered the low-speed production stage. That is to say, there may already be a prototype in test manufacturing. If true, that's really a quick ride. After all, he just appeared in the place period, hypersonic air-to-air trouble, and rushed here non-stop. Western media directly put Gao Chao, Factor air-to-air missile X, rated as the most dangerous air-to-air missile in the world. Well, that's the Chinese ranking of the 5 longest range air-to-air missiles. Do you find it eye-opening after reading this? Next time when you hear the legend of Pili 15, don't forget to be behind him. There are more powerful characters waiting to be launched.